Howdy, everybody out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to another awesome video here at the dungeon. Yes, we're still wearing the orange vest from the other day. Of course, not just kidding. So this is what we wore to work. We don't always wear it, but that'd be awesome if we did. But look what we found. My watch and my rings. So I think I had discussed in a recent video that I had to stop wearing them about the same time that Kier's got some carpal tunnel. My hand had started going numb as well. So I didn't even know what it was. Somebody pointed out that my hand was looking a little bloated, and then he was going through some of the similar pains that I had, and well, I'm guessing that's probably what it was. In this line of work, it's definitely possible. Maybe my rings were too tight. I know I've got my wedding band here that I've got to resize. I've got my magic ring here. I'd lost them for a while, but this one's fine because I have the Aeon rings over there. This is a ring that has my daughter's name on it with her date of birth. And then, of course, my Viking ring, which I typically wear on my index finger here, which this would actually be a better one to wear there just for the sake of some magical purposes. I don't know. If you guys are following along, fantastic. So that doesn't really, it fits on my thumb, but I don't feel like it looks really nice there. And it fits on my ring finger, but I feel like there's a little bit of a gap in there, so it just doesn't fit as tight. And then on my middle finger, it's not terrible, but I don't like the idea of having this here because it clicks a lot. So don't want to do that. Now getting this back off my middle finger, it is a little tight. On the index finger it goes, but then if I have this on my thumb, it feels kind of out of place. So I don't think until I can still wear this one on my pinky. It's not terrible because it just kind of sits there. So that's not too bad. This one is the problem. The wedding band needs to be updated, which leaves me with these two rings, which then leaves these two fingers empty, and then I've got this one. No problem there. So, what are we doing today besides rambling on about watches and rings? Who knows? We've got rubber bands. Ow, that hurt. But we do these things for authenticity, so you know that everything we do here on the channel is for real. Okay. So what I have here is I have lyrics to a song, a poem, whatever you guys want to call it. I like to pretend like I know what I'm doing. So I'm going to sing this for you today, as long as we don't have too much background noise. So let's go ahead and sing this, whatever it is, for the purposes of announcing the project that we are going to be working on. As long as I can gather the resources, things are a little bit difficult in the time that we live in. Well, it would always be difficult. Either way, let's go ahead and do this thing. Okay, here we go. To go a Viking we shall go, oh ho, oh ho, and I bet you want to know, oh ho, about our goal, oh ho, in the woods the Celts will go, oh ho, to play with the fairies and the gnomes in their holes, oh ho, they feel the magic in their souls, oh ho. Philosophy and diplomacy are the way to go, oh ho. To cast their stones so they may know, oh ho. To battle they shall go, oh ho. To no avail their backs will bow, oh ho. The sands will take their souls, oh ho. Who shall win the war? None shall know, oh ho. The ships will sail, oh ho. The stones will fail, oh ho. The mount will not avail, oh ho. The obelisk will pale, oh ho, oh ho. The drums of battle will bring the gale, oh ho, oh ho, oh ho, oh ho, oh ho, oh ho. Well, there you have it. So most things that I do here on the channel are not 100% complete, and if you guys ever have any suggestion about that, go ahead. I'm not a music producer. I don't know how to sing. I just do what feels right, okay? And this is kind of just like a rowing song of sorts, something that you can keep tuned to, something that you can really just enjoy. So what are we announcing? What is it that we are doing? So we have put comments up on Instagram and Facebook. We did a little bit of a thingamabob, what? I don't know, just words. We did stuff on YouTube, and we've been talking and talking and talking, but what is it that we're going to do? Well, we are going to be reviewing a deck of playing cards. Well, I mean, we already do that. But why are we going to be doing that? And what is so different and special about this deck of playing cards? Well, it's quite simple. So there I was, minding my own business, doing absolutely nothing. And I receive a message from a Mr. Maximilian Randall. Somebody who I had no idea who he was. And he asked me if I would like to, receive some playing cards to review before the launch of an upcoming Kickstarter. I had no idea who this individual was. So, of course, I went to the Googles and I searched him up. He's a fairly famous YouTuber, or not YouTuber. He has videos on YouTube. A famous magician from the UK. I watched his TED Talk, absolutely fantastic. I watched some of his backstory stuff. Started looking into some of the things that he's done. Fantastic. So there's the step one, right? Because let's be honest, okay? If somebody messages you, don't just go right in for it, okay? Make sure you do your research, figure out what's going on, check if the person's okay. Don't just click on links that are in your emails and stuff like that. Be safe, okay? So I did my investigative work. I found out, hey, this guy's real. Linked everything together. Fantastic. So then I reach out to him and I say, well, of course. Why would I not want to do this? And so we were chatting a little bit back and forth. Everything's good. I've seen the Kickstarter. I'm going to start posting down below here as well on Instagram. I've already included his socials on those other things that I put up there, those little posties on Instagram. I don't know what you call it. So what I will now do is I will start posting the website where you can go sign up to get notified about this Kickstarter, so you guys can be available or know when it's available. That sounds better. So I have tracking. It's on the way. Great. But what else are we going to do with this project? Okay, some of the stuff that I've been alluding to is a little bit more grander than that. So the theme of the deck, if you go back and you check out some of the posts that I've done, as well as dissect the lyrics of this, you'll find that there's themes throughout the deck, which of course, just like with any deck, that is something that will happen. Correct, okay? What I would like to do is I am part of a local medieval reenactment group known as the Society for Creative Anachronism. Mind you, that's a tongue twister if you don't say it very often. And so we are like European, certain medieval centuries of English European combat, but there's also branches of like Roman and Japanese and other things as well in there. So my idea is, why not try to put together some type of short film, kind of embarking on this creative journey with these playing cards, where, basically, just to give you the idea of like a just a normal poker game or anything like that, could turn into like a battle of the gods. And there you have it. Thank you, everybody, for coming along on this journey. Hopefully you guys are staying tuned for what we have coming up next. And remember, stay positive, stay active, and stay awesome. And we'll see you in the next one.